Your team election coverage continues tonight. We've taken you to several candidate forums over the past week, from mayoral candidates to school board members to the city council. And now the people hoping to represent Rochester's 5th Ward are getting their chance to be heard. KIMT News 3's Brooke McKivergan has been at all of these discussions. Brooke, what makes this one different?
Well, Katie, there are a few things that stand out about tonight's meeting. One of them being that current Ward 5 City Council member Mark Hickey's wife is actually running to take his seat. But also the discussion at tonight's forum wasn't just about those sitting in the council chambers, but also about those at our local law enforcement offices as well.
Will you support a separation ordinance that would prohibit local law enforcement from collaborating with ICE so we can make Rochester a safe and welcoming place for all families?
This was the first question from the audience at the Ward 5 City Council Candidate Forum. It may sound familiar after last night's CURE forum with local law enforcement.
Why does the Almas County Sheriff Office collaborate with ICE?
So tonight, when this question was asked, ears in the audience perked. First to answer was Judy Hickey.
I think it's pretty challenging to tell the sheriff, he's interpreting the laws the way that he feels they need to be interpreted, so we can provide input to that, but I don't know how we can change those.
Mike Walters was born and raised here in Rochester and is currently an attorney. He agrees that this would be hard to change on the city level.
I absolutely support the practice of the Rochester Police Department not getting into the business of immigration enforcement. I absolutely support that.
Brittany Marshall is a veteran and a mother who says while she agrees this should not be local law enforcement's job, she doesn't know what can be done on a city level.
And I also support the fact that this is at a federal level in regards to ICE, and it also is in question of the county sheriff's office, their policy and how they work with ICE to enforce their laws.
Sean Palmer grew up in Rochester and has a different approach.
I'm not real sure what we can do with ICE. I know that the sheriff's office handles that. But again, what we can do in Rochester is be welcoming to everybody.
And finally, Byron Clark, who says he wants to bring a fresh perspective to the city, and he says he does agree with the other candidates, but doesn't feel changes need to be made.
I would certainly give the police department discretion in that area, and I think for the most part they've been doing a pretty good job.
Other topics brought up at tonight's forum include transportation, tax increases, and the worker shortage. Live in Rochester, Brooke McKivergan, KIMT News 3.
Brooke, thank you very much. And all of these forums are archived online. We'll have a link to them on our website, KIMT.com. Just look for this story under local news. It's a